Once upon a time long, long ago, there was a jackal who lived deep inside a forest. The jackal was clever, but he was also very lazy and greedy. One day, the jackal woke up feeling very hungry. "I need food," he said to himself, "but where will I find it today?" He walked and walked through the forest, looking for something to eat. He searched under trees. He looked behind bushes. He sniffed around rocks. But sadly, he found nothing. The sun kept moving higher and higher in the sky. The jackal's stomach growled loudly. "I have never been this hungry," he thought. "This is the worst day ever." By the time evening came, the jackal was tired, weak, and still hungry. Without realizing it, he walked closer and closer to a city. The jackal stopped and looked around. "A city is very dangerous for a jackal," he thought nervously. "There are people and dogs." But his hunger was too strong. "I must take the risk," he said. "I need food today. I just hope I don't run into dogs." Just then, woof, 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 the jackal froze. He smelled danger in the air. "Oh no, dogs!" he cried. Suddenly, several dogs appeared and started barking loudly. They had spotted the jackal. The jackal ran as fast as he could. The dogs chased him through narrow streets and past houses. The jackal's heart was beating fast. "They're getting closer," he thought. Suddenly, he saw an open house and rushed inside. The house belonged to a dyer, a man who colored clothes. In the courtyard, there was a big tub filled with blue dye. The jackal's foot slipped. Splash! He fell straight into the tub of blue dye. The dogs reached the house and searched everywhere, but they couldn't find the jackal. After a while, the dogs gave up and went away. The jackal stayed very still inside the tub. Finally, when everything was quiet, he slowly climbed out. He looked at himself and gasped. "My goodness," he said. "I'm completely blue." His fur from head to tail was bright blue. The jackal was scared. "If people or dogs see me like this, I'll be in big trouble," he thought. So he quietly left the city and ran back into the forest. A shocking surprise in the forest. As soon as the forest animals saw him, they were shocked. "Ah!" they cried and ran away. They had never seen a blue animal before. Even the other jackals didn't recognize him. The jackal noticed how afraid everyone was. A clever idea popped into his mind. He smiled. "They don't know who I really am." The jackal stood tall and shouted loudly, "Stop! Don't run away! Come back!" The animals slowly stopped and looked at him from far away. "Come closer," the blue jackal said. "Call everyone. I have something important to say." One by one, the animals gathered. There were lions, elephants, deer, monkeys, rabbits, and many more. They stared at him in amazement. "Who are you?" they asked. The clever jackal lied. "My name is Chia Chow," he said proudly. "Do not be afraid. I have been sent to this forest as your king." The blue color shone brightly in the sunlight. It looked magical. "I will protect all of you like a true king," he continued. The animals whispered to each other. They had never seen such a creature before. They believed him. They bowed and said together, "We accept you as our king. We will follow your orders." The jackal smiled inside. The fake king's royal life. The blue jackal said, "If I am your king, you must take good care of me." "Yes, your majesty," the animals replied. "Bring me the best food," he ordered. "Food fit for a king." The animals happily agreed. Every day they brought him delicious food, fruits, roots, and fresh plants. The jackal lived like a king. Whenever he went out, he rode on an elephant. Lions walked beside him as guards. All animals came daily to greet him and tell him their problems. The jackal pretended to listen wisely and gave fake advice. Life was perfect. The truth comes out. One night, the blue jackal went on a walk with the animals. As they passed near a valley, he heard a familiar sound. Howl! Howl! It was the sound of jackals. Jackals love to howl when they see the moon. The blue jackal's heart jumped with joy. He forgot everything. He forgot he was pretending to be king. He lifted his head and howled loudly just like a jackal. The moment he did that, the animals froze. They looked at him carefully. "A king doesn't howl like that," said a lion. "He's a jackal," cried another animal. The truth was out. The animals were furious. "He tricked us. He lied to us." They rushed toward him in anger, but the jackal was already running. He ran faster than ever before. He ran deep into the forest and disappeared. That night, he lost his fake kingdom forever. Moral of the story: yellow circle, you can fool people for a while, but the truth always comes out.
Tayyar Toons.
Once upon a time, in a warm countryside filled with tall grass and tiny paths, there lived a small but hard-working ant. Every day, she walked long distances to collect grains of wheat and barley so she could store food for the future. Though she was small, she believed she deserved the best things in life. One sunny afternoon, while walking along a narrow path near a large rock, something sweet drifted through the air. The ant stopped and sniffed. "What is that wonderful smell?" she wondered. She looked up and saw a golden honeycomb attached high on a stone wall. Sunlight sparkled on the honey, and drops slowly dripped down, shining like gold. The ant's mouth filled with water. "Oh my, honey!" she cried. "I have never tasted anything so sweet." The ant tried to climb the rocky wall. She pushed with all her strength, but the surface was smooth and slippery. Her feet slipped and she fell back down. Again and again she tried, but every time she slipped and tumbled. Still, her desire for honey only grew stronger. Finally, she shouted loudly, "Oh people, I desire honey. If any brave one helps me reach the honeycomb, I will give 1 grain of barley as a reward." Just then, an old winged ant flew by. She had silver lines on her wings and kind, wise eyes. She heard the ants cry and landed nearby. "Be careful," said the winged ant gently. "Do not go toward the honeycomb. There is great danger there." The ant replied proudly, "Do not worry. I know what I am doing." The winged ant warned her again. "There are bees guarding that honeycomb. They have sharp stingers." The ant laughed. "I am not afraid of bees. I want honey." The winged ant said softly, "Honey is sticky. Your hands and feet could get trapped." The ant shook her head. "If everyone got stuck in honey, no one would ever eat it." The winged ant sighed. "I am old and experienced. Please listen. Greed can lead to trouble." The ant replied rudely, "If you can help me, do so and take your reward. If not, stop giving advice. I do not need a guardian." The winged ant looked sad but said calmly, "I do not help in things that end badly." And she flew away. The ant shouted again, louder than before, "Is there any brave one who will help me reach the honeycomb for 1 grain of barley?" Suddenly a fly buzzed past. "Poor ant," the fly said sweetly. "You deserve honey. I will help you." The ant smiled happily. "May God bless you. You are truly kind." The fly picked up the ant and placed her near the honeycomb. Then the fly flew away without another word. The ant was filled with joy. "What a beautiful honeycomb! What a sweet smell! What delicious honey!" she said. "How unlucky other ants are, collecting only grains while I enjoy honey." She tasted the honey and moved deeper inside. Suddenly sticky, her feet stopped moving. Then her hands stuck too. She tried to pull herself free, but the more she struggled, the more stuck she became. "Oh no," she cried. "I am trapped. Oh people, save me. If any brave one rescues me, I will give 2 grains of barley as a reward." At that moment, the winged ant returned. Seeing the ant trapped, she quickly helped her out. The winged ant said kindly, "I will not scold you, but remember this. Too much greed leads to danger. Always listen to wise advice." The ant lowered her head in shame. "I understand now," she said softly. And from that day on, the ant never ignored good advice again. Moral: backhand index pointing right, greed brings trouble, but wisdom brings safety.